Hello, and welcome to another BBR Summer Scramble game with our mononormal team. I'm Zand, and I'm feeling a little off today, so if this ends up being a post-com, it might end up being a post-com. We'll see if I can keep the commentary at the same level I usually do. As you can see, we are cooking this week. We've got double Scarfers. We're actually bringing Ditto off the bench. We've got a removal Cyclozar with quite a bit of offense. We've got Draco and Overheat. We've got 3 setup sweepers that can hopefully win us the game. Kind of our plan last week, but the sweepers have changed. So we've got Meteor Beam, Power Herb, Rock Polish, TERAPAGOS, which is kind of insane. Not my idea, by the way. That was a J-Scurf recommendation that I took and ran with immediately because it looks great into our opponent, I believe. We've got Agility to Dunsparce with Serene Grace Air Slash, so if we need to flinch something to death, we're able to. We've got the Moringa Berry Ursaluna. This is probably too much cooking. I don't think it's that good, but it's Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, Drain Punch, Bulk Up with Moringa Berry. And then some of his Pokemon just can't do more than like 30% to us, so we actually can rest on them. I would have liked Sleep Talk, but I really liked the coverage I had. Yeah, also we're not doing face cam today, so no worries there. Our opponent's team is pretty tough. Iron Valiant is the big threat. Originally I had like an Intimidate red card Staraptor that I wanted to bring versus it, but it was such a like overcooked set. It only really worked for Valiant, and then like Zapdos just comes in for free on it, so it was not a very good idea. So I'll ping my opponent and I'll let him know we are searching now, and then we'll queue up. We are Terra, like I said, we're Terra Fairy on Ursaluna this week. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Our opponent has Terra Landorus Eye, which how is that allowed? That's crazy strong. No Charge-a-Bug, which honestly is not a surprise. I did bring Colossal, no Cyclozar. Okay, so we didn't have to deal with the Ditto. And then Scizor, Zapdos, Samurott, Iron Valiant. So a lot of threats. Unfortunately, Ditto can't copy Valiant's booster speed boost. Yeah, I feel pretty good about these 3 being able to set up. It's just scaring Valiant out. I know Staraptor can help me with that, and then Ditto can at least speed tie. But if it gets set up with like a Sword Stance, we might be in trouble. I kind of liked Colberberry Meloetta as a check to it instead of the Staraptor. I don't know if he just Sword Stances and close combat KOs me anyway, so he doesn't even need to risk the knockoff. So it's just kind of hard to deal with Valiant anyway. So I'm going to let Timer run down because he hasn't told me his Terra type, which means that I don't know my plan. I assumed Ghost or Steel or something like that into me, but I can't be positive. He has still not told me. Okay, so he's still not said anything about the Terra type, which is a little frustrating. It does lead with the Colossal. Definitely wanting to get hazards up. We don't have the best answers into this. I could have just led Terapagos, and I could honestly just U-turn into it and go ahead and get Rock Polish Meteor Beam going. U-turn risks a Flame Body burn, but it also breaks if, for whatever reason, he does have a Sash. So we'll just go for that. He has not told me his Terra type, which honestly, like, I think is against league rules, so we'll have to get a rule check at some point. I don't know the mods ping. Eggman's, okay. Okay, he does just set rocks, so that's good. So this probably makes him think I'm staying in to spin, but I'm just going to fire off a Meteor Beam because we don't have too much to worry about. I could also just get up a Rock Polish so I can outrun up to the Valiant. I actually outrun his whole team, so we'll just go ahead and do that. He finally got back to me. He's Terra Ground on the Landorus, so he's just going all-out offense, which honestly is pretty good into me. We can look at Terapagos into Colossal quickly. Meteor Beam does not KO him, and a Meteor Beam into a Terra Starstorm also doesn't KO. So maybe I should have done that. Actually, does that account for the +1? If it doesn't account for the +1, then we might KO depending on what kind of defensive investment he has. Alright, so he does switch, so we'll get a Rock Polish up. What does he go into? Into the Zapdos. That is actually great news for me. So we'll just set up our speed. And Meteor Beam should blow him back, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually how the damage cal works, if it accounts for the +1 you're going to be getting or not. Based on the Terra Starstorm damage, maybe it does account for it. So we'll charge up. Worst he does here is like discharge para us, because then we're no longer faster than booster speed Valiant. But we'll see. So we do actually land the Meteor Beam, which is not something that always happens, and we do KO the Zapdos, which is amazing. Wow, okay, that really frees up some of our in-game with Ursaluna. So no Meloetta on our side, and we did not bring Zoroark this week. And we blew up Zapdos. So whatever he switches in here does have to take a big hit from us, and we still have our Terra Shell active. So we're looking pretty good, I would say. Terra Starstorm plus Flamethrower really does a lot to his team. Slasher comes in. Is the Valiant? Is he booster speed? He's not even booster speed. Could be Scarf, but if we outrun that as well. So Iron Valiant. Yeah, Starstorm knocks it out unless he's invested. So we'll see. Okay, yeah, goodbye Valiant. So Terapagos going crazy. Dude, I'm gonna like I'm gonna give J Scurf a gift or something if the set just 6-0s out of the gate. That would be so crazy. Which I don't think it one-shots Landorus, and obviously Scizor would be able to bullet punch me to finish me off after, or like break the shell. Actually, I don't know if a bullet punch and earth power are enough to knock me out with the shell up, but I guess he also has priority options on the Samurott. Honestly, I think his best play would be to go into the Terapagos. This also works. So I was gonna say, or not Terapagos, sorry. He could go into the Colossal and bait the Meteor Beam, but he might think we're last move Earth Power, which would be, you know, totally fine. I assume we two-shot this as well. Easily. Okay, so we'll just go for another Starstorm. He is Sucker Punch, so our Terra Shell will at least weaken that. We will have to take 2 Sucker Punches, but then I'm not sure a Bullet Punch knocks us out, even if he's banded. So, regardless of anything, we've done a ton of damage to him. That only does about half, so that's like AV Samurott. He could definitely Sucker Punch us again here, which is totally fine, because trading 3 for 1 with Terapagos is pretty huge. Okay, he doesn't Sucker Punch on the second one. I'm not over-predicting. If he wants to switch around, he's free to switch around. And as long as he doesn't know our last move, then I'm happy he thinks it's Earth Power and it's not bringing in his Colossal on me. So all we got left to deal with is Scizor, Landorus, and Colossal, but we can't be super excited about having a crazy lead. Because obviously we were in this position before and absolutely gave it up. So it looks like he's treating Scizor, Landorus as his win conditions. So as long as we keep, honestly, Cyclizar healthy, we're feeling pretty good. I am going to go for a Meteor Beam. He could double here. He doesn't. Obviously, we do need a turn to charge, but the Meteor Beam should KO at +2, I would imagine. I don't know what he wants to do with us, just a Power Gem. So yeah, not much, about 70%. Or 70%, 70 damage. Oh, and I'm locked in. I can't even pick a move. We do fire off the Meteor Beam. This should KO unless he's really spit up. Okay, yep. Goodbye, Colossal. So now we're at +2, so we are one-shotting everything he has left, which is kind of crazy. He's only got 2 Pokemon left. We don't want Scizor to Swords Dance, and we don't want Landorus to Calm Mind, I guess. Scizor comes in. I don't think a Bullet Punch ever KOs us. If he is Life Orb Adamant, it does 191 at most. Ban does a little more. Does go for it. Does not even do enough. We Flamethrower the Scizor. One-shot it. So, oh my god, this is so funny. I spent so much time thinking about whether I wanted Meloetta or Cyclizar or Staraptor or Zoroark. Like, I had a solid intro set. And then I fought so hard over my back Pokemon and ended up, it didn't even matter. Because at this point, even if Starstorm doesn't knock him out, then we have plenty of other options in the back. So he will Terra into Terra Ground, but he can't be like Scarfed and Specs, you know, and anything else. And we can also just bring in Ditto and Revenge him with Earth Power if we choose. So it's totally fine. We're feeling good. We'll drop a Starstorm. And it OHKOs. Alright! Well, that's the game. This is going to be a really short video, especially compared to our other one. I feel like it was a pretty long battle. But yeah, Terapagos, good Pokemon. This set, insane. So GG's to our opponent. This puts us at 1-1. Hopefully I upload these in order. So we have to win our next game to move on to the bracket stage, and I'm not super positive about it, but we at least have decent typing matchups, so it's all about the gameplay. So yeah, I guess we'll see you in the third battle. GG's, and see you next time.